Now, I don't want to be remiss in not mentioning that spirit is very integral in the achieving of these goals. You have to be just. You have to have good intent and will. You have to be pure and clear and clean, because the judge lives within us. Whether we like it or not, accept it or not, there is an inner part of us all that knows right from wrong, good from bad. Even if you favor right or favor wrong, we still know that it is what it is. Good is good, bad is bad. And we also will regulate ourselves on those measures. And outside of ourselves, spirit will regulate us as well. Spirit will come to us and guide us and provide us our way through its guidance, through its signs, through its symbols, through its signals. And we can feel all powerful and seek to override Spirit's will, to be overly willful and to see things as it is us. We ourselves are all powerful and we have the ability to override and push through and persevere to the point of where we want to go. And I want to say we do possess free will. And in the moment, which is truly all that we truly, justly real have, is the moment, right? But outside of that, in the future, after actions that are unjust are performed, there's always the reckoning. You cannot get yourself around that. Spirit is in charge and will balance the scales of wrongs by imposing right upon you. It will come back to you. We call it karma or whatever you want to call it. But what it is it's the pendulum swing back. You know, as long as you're in the middle, things do progress and happen in a just and right and harmonious manner. When what you're seeking does no harm or ill to others, and you seek to enrich yourself and enrich others, and not enrich yourself at the loss or hurt of others, then you're typically going to be helped along by Spirit to achieve your goals. And you don't even know why. You don't have to know. It doesn't really matter why or how. All you have to do is be true, be just, and be clear. You have to have your intentions set and be active. It takes action. Obviously, nothing happens when you have no input. There is no output. You can't put in bad and expect to get good. It takes good action to receive good action, right? So it also goes to say that sometimes when you are in the right and in the good and just, if you have a strong purpose and Spirit has a eye on you for some future activity that it has planned, it has a role for you to play. It may test you. It may put you through things that you can't understand, things that seem unjust, right? I know I've been through a lot of things that I question Spirit's intent. Like, why did you allow these things to happen? Why have I gone through this, you know? And it feels to me unjust. Come here. It seems to me to be wrong. Like I've been wronged. And I have a sense of poor me about it from a long time. I did, I can't say that I do currently, because I've evolved my perspective. I've changed the way I see life in general. Situations that happen to us, I don't always look at anymore as happening for no reason. I really do feel that there's always a reason. And sometimes that reason is a test. It's to see if you really can handle what you're given, what you're being asked for. Sometimes the question is, if you're given what you want, will it destroy you? Will you be strong enough to hold it? Can you stay just? It's like someone who wins the lottery. Typically within 2 years, they're dead, or they're in prison, or they're completely destroyed themselves on drugs or alcohol because they couldn't handle what they were given. Yeah, sure, they got what they asked for, but they couldn't handle it. And this is something that I think Spirit does a lot. Spirit will test you before you're given things. Or if you have a strong purpose and you're going to affect a lot of humanity, maybe you're going to be tested a lot. Maybe you are going to go through a lot of things that make absolutely sense and seem unjust. And maybe that's exactly why you've gone through them. Maybe that is the entire reason you've gone through what you've gone through, is to make sure that you're strong enough and that you have the discernment and still hold true in faith and love, that you can still be a good person even though life and humanity has put you through bad and horrible things, that you can still remain just and true through it. Not because of it. It's being what's on the inside in spite of what's happened from the outside. Staying true and staying loving in the face of hate and anger isn't easy. Not everybody can do it. It's not something that everyone possesses. But when you can, and when you do, I think you're showing Spirit, hey, I'm worthy. Bless me. I truly do believe that. And I feel that I've come to a place in life and existence where I'm starting to gain my blessings, because I have not only been through exactly what I've explained, but I'm still going through it. But I'm coming to a point where I think I understand it. I'm really gaining a true belief and understanding of Spirit's not only existence and truth, but purpose, the reasoning why. It's not easy to accept the why. Why has this happened? Why this? Why that? Well, like I said, why does it really matter? It's the what do you do with it? How do you perceive yourself because of it? Have you let it destroy you and said, poor me? Oh, I this, and because of that, this and that. Or do you see it as, and I've become all the stronger for it. I've gained all the wisdom for it. It has brought me wisdom and understanding beyond anything else's capability to provide me the wisdom and understanding that I needed to be who I need to be. I had to experience and go through the things that have happened to me to be able to be who I need to be for whatever Spirit has in mind. And still, I have no idea what that is. I don't know what Spirit has in mind for me. But I know I feel good about the path I'm walking. I feel good about sharing what I do share on my YouTube channel. I feel good about going out and taking walks with my little pup. he feels good. He enjoys it. He likes going on these adventures with Dad, you know. I'm regaining a different relationship with my children and my people that I consider friends. A whole new understanding has come about in my life, not only of me, but of my relationships and how I relate to others and how I treat others, how they treat me. I don't just see it anymore as random occurrences for random reasons. I trust that Spirit has a plan, and even though I have no idea what it is, I feel that I'm on it. And the way and the reason that I do feel that way is because I am still here. I'm still alive when I shouldn't be. I still thrive when I have no idea how. You know, I barely get by sometimes, and sometimes I have more than I need, but I always have enough and keep on achieving my goals and showing up, even when it doesn't feel like I want to. I mean, a lot of times I don't feel like doing hikes or working on my house or talking to people or, you know, I feel sometimes like, why? What for, you know? And every once in a while I want to be selfish and just shut it down, and I may even say, yeah, fuck this, and I'm not going to deal with this, or I'm fuck that person, da, da, da. But then in the same breath I turn around and I do it anyways because my heart says to. And I do it anyways because Spirit pushes me to. And I know it's Spirit because I don't want to. Like a kid, I don't want it. I'm not gonna. You can't make me. I know that's me. That's me because people are petty. You know, we are that way. We're selfish. We think of ourselves. But then when you're following Spirit, well, damn it, you do your little petty dance and you throw your fit, and then you buck up and you do it anyways. Because you know it keeps coming up and you keep being pushed and you keep feeling like that's what you're supposed to do because that's what you're supposed to do. So you do it anyways. And that's how you know it's Spirit. That's how you know it's the right thing in the right moment. And just the fact that you still are here and are still being provided for when you don't see the way and you don't know how, but it still all works out. That's Spirit. That's how we know we're in the right path, doing the right thing. And I feel good about that. I feel aware of that these days. I feel that my eyes have been opened to a greater existence of being a human, not just what I want and my desires and my expectations being awarded to me. I have a greater sense of purpose, of duty. I do feel that I am starting to embody more of a missionary sense of being, without being part of any group, without, needing to show anybody what I do or doing it for some purpose. I'm feeling much more like it's happening not for me as much or because of me, but because I've been humble enough to just do, just because it feels right. And I want to say that's not doing things the old way, the way that everyone tells you you're supposed to do, for the reasons that most people do things, to be accepted or to gain things for themselves and, to feel good about themselves. if I was doing these things because I wanted to feel good about myself, I probably wouldn't do the things that I don't wanna, I'm not gonna, and you can't make me, you know? I'd probably just end right there. Nope, not gonna do it. But I don't. I push through anyways. I keep going anyways. And a lot of times it just, for what I see, am gifted more strength and feeling of purpose. And that is, for me, enough of a reward on just staying the path, staying the course. And I don't know exactly where it's going to lead me. I really don't. And I honestly don't think that that's the point either. Knowing kind of is almost the end of a journey, right? Like, you know at the end. So while you're living and you're doing everything that you feel driven to do and that you're supposed to do, while you're doing that, well, maybe that's peak living. Maybe you're not supposed to know. Maybe you're not supposed to know. Just keep moving forward and being just, being true to your purpose, and keep listening to what Spirit asks of you. And as long as you keep on answering the call, even when you don't want to, Spirit shows you the way. It opens the path that says, this is the way. And as long as you walk it and show up, then you're provided your gifts. Your presence is gifted to you. You get to keep on living, and living in a way that you enjoy. You know, and that's, for me, that's true wealth. You know, having your health, having your loved ones, your puppy, you know, for me, my puppy, my kids, my house, my things, you know, my will, my creativeness. You know, I went through a horrible, 7 years of bad health, and now I understand, without your health, well, what's life? Well, you're still alive, but it's much harder to appreciate being alive. When you don't have your health, you certainly don't appreciate it. It takes a lot of strength to get up every day and want to live. It takes effort, and that's no fun. It really isn't. So to regain my health and have that, and be able to come out here and walk miles and miles and enjoy it and love it, and it gains strength in my whole body just by doing that. It's so worth every moment. Every hardship is a gift. It's providing you strength. It's showing you how to overcome. And that's perspective. Seeing it that way is a perspective shift. Seeing that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Even when it seems horrible and awful, it's still a gift, and it's providing you something that will help you in your future by the overcoming of it. That's a gift as well. It's hard to see it that way. I know. It's very complicated to see it that way. But it doesn't mean that it is any other way. It is truly not only a gift to go through hardship and to overcome, but to be alive and exist, to be able to even have those hardships to overcome. It's empowering. And if you can see it as such, then it is exactly that. And I think us humans, we typically prefer to look at things as, why me? Why has this happened to me? Whose fault is it? Who can I blame? Or who do I need to reach out to help me? And it's not about that. It's not other people's duty that have overcome and gained the experience or the wisdom. to help you through your situation. It's your situation for you to overcome. And being coddled through it and being helped through it is being given a crutch that is actually disempowering you. Seeking other people to blame or to help you through is actually akin to giving up. Giving up your own power. If they help you, then they're just gaining the strength that you should have gained. That was your gift. That was your present that you gave to another because, well, you thought it was somebody else's duty to figure it out for you. It was too complicated. It was too hard. It wasn't right. It wasn't fair, right? You got to accept it and see it in a different way. And when you fail to do that, you're failing to embody the person that you will be in your future to achieve what it is you're meant to achieve. And knowing what that is, like I said, is less important than just moving forward. Just keep going, just like Dory, right? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. It's like that. You just got to keep on, keeping on. And it's hard to tell exactly where you're headed or where you're going to land or where you're going. But is that the point? I mean, the journey is the point. The moment is the point. Everything that happens in the moment is the point. And you can't pre-see it. You can't judge it. You can't really do anything except for have your will, your intent, and, you know, your idea of what you want the outcome to be. But it will be what it will be. Mashi Baba, Ke Sara Sara. What will be, will be. We have our 50 cents we put in on our intent and our will, but the outcome is what it will be. And Spirit is the one who is in charge of what that truly will become and will be. That's important to know and important to see.